Hey, honors students! As mentioned in class last week, this week we are kicking off your Odyssey unit. I'm pretty excited about this. The Odyssey is a classic of Western literature, and it's going to be the very first time that honors students are reading it independently in class, while the rest of the class is reading The Life of Pi. What I'm super excited about is the potential for connections that we're going to be able to make as we are reading both Life of Pi, this story of a boy who is shipwrecked and trying to make his way home, or at least to survive, and the story of the Odyssey, which is also about a shipwrecked man who is trying to make his way home. One is from a few thousand years ago, one is from about a decade ago, and so my hope is that not only will you really enjoy reading this classic and enjoy the entire experience, but as you go, you'll be able to make connections back and forth. You are going to be reading this translation of the Odyssey. It is translated by Emily Wilson, and what is exciting about this translation is that Emily Wilson is the first woman to translate the Odyssey, and she did it essentially line for line, word for word, matching Homer's original translation. So pretty cool. It's extremely readable. I don't think you're going to struggle with comprehension. And so let's get started. Today, I'm just going to walk you through a little bit of information about the unit generally. Okay, so this is the Odyssey, and this is going to be all about your Odyssey with the Odyssey. I'm not going to miss out on any puns here. Okay, so you're about to read one of the most important pieces of literature of all time. This story is alluded to constantly, referenced in other pieces of literature and films. There have been many translations made, many movies made of it, many movies based on it. And the story is just a quintessential hero's journey story, and really is considered to be the original hero's journey and really the original piece of literature of Western literature. So I hope you're excited. This is your honors supplemental unit for semester 1. So you are all in the honors course, and that means you are earning additional GPA credit. And to achieve that additional GPA credit, we're going to be doing something this semester and next semester on top of the coursework that we are doing in class every day together, okay? You'll be reading this entirely on your own until after Thanksgiving. Then we are going to read some of it together, okay? You will not be reading the entire book, all right? This is a big guy. It is 24 books total, or chapters, they're called books, and you're going to read 8 of what are considered to be the most important stories in the book, and the ones that help you kind of track through the entire story. Okay, so as I mentioned, you're going to be completing this on your own. Of course, I am here for you, but the majority of the work you're going to be doing is going to be in your own time at home, okay? Because in class, you are also going to be reading The Life of Pi. You will still be required to complete at-home Life of Pi readings in addition to the readings that you need to do for the Odyssey, okay? We will work on this all the way through the end of the semester. Here shortly, I'll show you a calendar and the way I have it paced out. Essentially, you'll be doing this on your own until after Thanksgiving, and then the class is going to kind of split, and after Thanksgiving, you all will continue with the Odyssey until final exams, until the end of the semester. You're going to be completing weekly assignments. You are going to be doing some writing. You're going to be doing a couple like on-demand essays in class, which are going to be a couple of paragraphs. I shouldn't even call them essays. Just responses to some thematic ideas. And at the very end, you're going to be doing a project. Most importantly, you are going to work hard. You're going to think. This is going to be challenging. I know you can do it. It's going to be challenging in that it's a challenging text. The work is meant to push you back into the text and analyze closely to understand thematic ideas, to understand language, to understand the plot of the story, to understand characters. And it's going to be challenging in the way you manage your time, okay? I know you are all busy. I intentionally planned this to where I tried to pace it out as best I can. And I'm giving you the reading plan in advance. So you can work ahead. You can go week by week. That part is really up to you. What I do encourage you to do is make sure you are kind of previewing each week so you know how long the assignment might take you. That way you can plan accordingly, okay? So the weekly requirements are essentially to read the assigned book, it's like a chapter of the Odyssey, complete the reading questions, respond to any prompts or reflections that are posted on Canvas. Those I am pretty sure I'm going to have time to give you time in class to respond to those. And those are going to be just kind of check-ins and reflections on what we are reading. You're going to be doing all of this while also reading Life of Pi and completing the Life of Pi classwork. And you're going to be hyped about it. This is one of the most important and well-known pieces of literature in existence, and you are super cool because you are reading it. All right, so the story of the Odyssey, this is actually an epic poem, and it is the story of Odysseus, who is the king of Ithaca. And after fighting in the Trojan War, he's on a journey trying to get home to his wife and his son. He wanders for 10 years trying to get home. The reason he's kind of stuck for so long, really, is because he becomes shipwrecked and trapped on an island, and then eventually get some help from the gods in order to finally make his journey home. Along the way, he is stopped and brought onto an island and encouraged to tell his story of his wanderings. And a lot of the biggest chunk of the book is actually Odysseus telling his story of all of his kind of crazy journeys, his encountering of the Cyclops and how he and his men defeated the Cyclops, how he was able to sneak past the sirens, or was he? And all of these other little misadventures that he had along the way. This is Odysseus's journey. You can see he started out here as he was in the Trojan War, and he is trying to get back here to Ithaca, right? So it's like he clearly missed a turn here. But you can see that after a very, very, very long time and many stops along the way, he does eventually make his way back home to Ithaca. All right, so this week you are going to first get your books. Then you are going to complete an assignment called the Background Web Quest. That is going to be posted for you in Canvas. Remember how we took a poll and you said you wanted to do most things digitally? So you're going to be completing things digitally and then submitting them to Canvas, okay? This is going to push you to go out and learn a ton. That's going to set you up to understand the Odyssey, okay? So this is going to walk you through the Iliad, which is actually the prequel to the Odyssey. So you have that background context. Then it's going to take you to a summary of the actual Odyssey. This is definitely like a spoiler alert situation, but this text is like thousands of years old, so those don't really count. It's going to give you a ton of information that hopefully is going to set you up to read and start comprehending immediately. You'll have to get into your books to look at some maps and understand where Odysseus journeyed. You're also going to build a little bit of background on Greek mythology, Greek customs, what the epic poem is, and what an epic hero is, okay? So the cadence that I am hoping to create is that you'll get new assignments on Mondays and then turn them in the following Monday. So you not only have the entire school week, but you also have the weekend to complete these assignments. Okay? Here is your calendar, which I will, nope, that's not it. Here it is, that I will give you tomorrow and post it on Canvas for you. So as you can see, you're starting off tomorrow, and then this is due next week. And next week on Monday is when you actually start reading. You'll read book 5, which is pages 180 to pages 196, and you'll complete assignment 1, and those are due this week. All right, and you essentially do 1 assignment a week until you get to Thanksgiving. I'm not giving you anything to do over Thanksgiving, so you can be thankful for that. And then we'll come back, and then we'll be moving to actually completing assignments in class. All right, we will work through the end of the book in class, and then you're going to be working on a project until final exams. The only other thing I want to show you is what the reading questions actually look like. So the reading questions are designed to push you to go back into the text, to analyze lines closely, analyze language, etc. You are expected to write incomplete sentences, to explain yourself thoroughly, and use text evidence when applicable. This is the time to do your absolutely best work, you guys. You're earning that extra GPA boost. I really want you to earn it. All right. You're going to get so much more out of it if you actually take your time and dig into these passages. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it. You will get started this week with the background web quest, and then we're going to be off and running. I hope you enjoy it. Please always feel free to reach out and ask me questions as you go. And I hope you enjoy reading the Odyssey.